What's up, everybody? Welcome to Coffee Table Chronicles.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It is Thursday, June 13th.
It's June 13th.
It is.
When is June
I don't like it.
Anyway,
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Turn the TV on then.
I can't. It's not this.
Oh, he screwed her. She was screwed. You're gonna be just in a bad place the whole time, aren't you? That's all
I
right.
don't like it.
At least your hair's cute.
Is it?
You get it.
It's odd.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Odd?
a thing. Well, it's notable.
Hold on. That's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't like it.
Why? Why don't you like it? Because you're used to looking up at the TV.
No, because I'm going to be looking like this.
Okay.
And look at my eyes are not anywhere to see anybody.
Yeah,
So now I'm looking down.
You know
the whole
there's
time.
nobody
Look
over
at
there.
you. You're the same way.
Right.
There's nobody over there.
Well, it makes you look at
Hey,
the camera.
Take your glasses off. You're not Stevie Wonder.
I would, but then I can't see.
Then you can't see.
Oh, you don't have the other ones?
No, these are prescription.
But they're not the ones you usually have?
No, because the other ones I usually have are in the car. Because the sun was up, I walked in and forgot I had these on.
Jack Stevie Wonder.
Whoops.
Whoops.
I do have. So you're not here next week,
Okay.
right?
I don't know.
Because you have the gig.
Probably. Because that's what I told you. That's probably true.
I don't know.
I don't know what I did yesterday.
Can you
so-
verify that?
The 20th. And then you're back the 27th.
I think you might have that backwards. But I don't know for sure. I'm going to look at my
Okay.
calendar because it knows stuff that I don't know.
It tells you where to be and what day to be there.
Well, while Jack's looking that up, let's give a
Yes.
shout out to our sponsor, Americano Ammunition Coffee. Best coffee in Arizona. Go check it out. You can order online at www.ammoandcoffee.com. And yes, they do also have ammo.
Bullets and coffee.
Bullets and
But it's a coffee. So yay or nay?
I'm here next week.
You are? Okay.
It's the other. It's yes.
I have a plan.
Do you have a plan?
Oh boy,
Okay.
I like a plan.
What's your plan?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
It's a secret.
I wanted to make sure Jack was here because if
gotcha.
not, I wasn't going to do it. If Jack wasn't here, we'd have to wait.
All right. For all your
So now I need to order it.
prepping needs,
Uh-oh.
reach out to our good friends at Practical Tactical Preppers, practacprep.com. Yes, that's it. You all right, Jack?
Jack killed himself. He's fine. Give him a minute. He'll fix it. Or he'll switch.
I'm gonna switch because these are dead.
We mean they're dead.
I think the cord just got ran over.
And he killed
It
it.
just shorted it out.
Really?
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
Or you can just wear those ones from over there that probably will reach.
these do it too.
They crackle?
These are buzzing too.
So there's
I wonder if
something.
there's. Oh yeah, I hear that. Jesus,
Yeah,
it just started.
just started.
It's got to be the
I thought it was me. I thought I would record, but now.
Why don't you take away your picture so they
Sorry.
can see the fun that's
So
happening?
the fun that's happening.
Super
fun. So it's plugged into the headphone monitor over there on the side of the table.
On the side of the table, there's a little
Yeah,
black
there's
box.
that's buzzing loud. I could hear that shit. That's crazy.
There's a buzzer in the studio. This is what happens. You should get rid of these. They're terrible.
Maybe the slider's got noise or something in it. Like
Oh, there's a bumblebee in the studio. That's worse.
that's bizarre. It just started doing it out of the blue.
Broke it.
Well, we could fix that real quick.
We can fix it later too.
Now you got to be able to hear. Lindsay, talk.
What? I'm talking. I don't know what y'all are doing. I can't even be live. So what? I don't know what. Oh, I'm supposed to talk.
I don't know what happened to make you do that, but hey,
We fixed
I
it.
fixed it. I'm a genius.
Good job.
I'm so smart. Freaking weird.
We haven't
The
had,
dog's excited.
We haven't had a technical malfunction in a long time.
I know.
We're also not live on Rumble.
It's
Yeah,
freaking weird.
There we go. Now we're better. Okay.
All right. So wasn't that fun?
Good
That
job.
was exciting. That was
Jack's
exciting.
having a freaking conniption.
It's like, what are you
Jack's
doing?
having a
Come on.
problem.
Oh,
I know. He's over here like this. I was like,
I thought I broke it.
So for people that don't know in the audience, we have new monitors on the table,
I don't like him.
and Lindsay doesn't like them. So
It'll be a thing.
It's fine.
Moving along.
all
I'll
right,
drink. It'll be great.
where were we? Oh, practacprep.com. Couldn't say it, but
Now
Buy your stuff.
all your prepping needs.
They
If you need
gotcha.
some good body armor, reach out to our good friend Eddie Press at Stay 48 Plates. And don't forget, we only have 3 episodes left of Coffee Table
And
Chronicles.
then what happens?
Then we switch over to the news show.
Bam.
Drunk with facts.
Look at that little
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
in the
Right?
car.
See, I put him in there.
That's my little
It's a
guy.
little
Like,
guy.
oh, we can put hats on him?
Just a little guy.
You can do anything with him. He's gonna be like our mascot, I guess.
He's the guy from the sniper game.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
There's a little sniper game with a hidden guy that looks like that.
Yeah.
He hides in scenes and you have to kill him.
Oh, I like it.
So that's what
Yeah,
you
I
do
want to
with
put
little
like
people.
a Halloween costume on him.
Short people.
Give him
got-
a Santa hat.
You're gonna make one, right? You're gonna make a little guy,
I am. He's going to go in our sign,
Stuffed little guy.
but
Cool.
not like.
stuffed little guy.
I should, yeah, you get
Who's a stick
I could
figure,
sew
really,
and
but-
make him
stuff.
one.
That's what I'm right. So just make stuffed ones for dogs and kids and
Oh,
Right,
I
there
could
you
make.
go.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
that ambitious.
merch.
Yeah.
I'm not that
See,
ambitious. I'll make
Jack's-
one for us, and then if people want to
Marketing
buy it, they
genius.
can. Let me.
Jack's thinking already. Look at these. Jack's gonna be our marketing guy.
right. Sell some stuff.
Your wife sews and is crafty and stuff like that.
She is indeed.
There you go.
Oh, she'll have stickers made by the time I get home if we talk about it.
Probably. Oh, we could put little WDF and it like on his shirt on the
You
sticker.
mean DWF?
Whatever.
That too.
All three letters are there. It doesn't matter.
They're all there. Doesn't matter what.
Just in a different order.
Yeah,
What
it's
the-
fine.
Is drunk with facts or what the fuck?
What? The,
What the fuck, right?
oh!
Why?
That's even
Oh
better.
my god. Should we call it the podcast? What the fuck?
No,
Podcast? No, I don't think so.
no.
Everything's already done. so
I'm
forget
pretty
about
that
it.
already exists.
Right, I'm sure it does. I'm
All
sure
right,
it does.
next thing.
All right, memes of the week.
I just got X-nayed. I got the stupid things. I don't even like them, and that's fine.
I'm a strong liberal
Oh,
woman.
wow.
It's good. It's good to see you're so open about your mental illness.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, there was a meme I saw. I wish you would have known you were doing that one because it was another cute meme, and it was like when you see a conservative woman and she has a bulge in her pants, it's a pew pew. When you see a liberal woman, she has a bulge in her pants, it's not.
Right.
Ew.
Jackson, yeah.
That's icky.
$7 a pound for butter, but don't worry, there's no Indian on it anymore, and it's not offensive.
Oh, Bill,
How's Bill Bad better working for you?
that's sad but true.
It is sad, very sad.
Did they really take the Indian off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
oh,
took
yeah,
the Indian off.
yeah.
It's gone.
Assholes. Whatever.
It literally is Land O'Lakes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
We took the Aunt Jemima off the syrup bottle too. I'm way less offended with that.
And it's just made life better for so many people.
So
Right.
much better.
Or no one gives a shit.
Nope, nobody cares.
So CNN saved my life. I spent 6 weeks in a coma after a tugboat accident. Visitor came to my hospital room, turned on CNN. I had to get up and change the channel.
Oh, that's cute.
That's great.
That was cute. Stupid people should carry a sign to let us know they're stupid.
Oh,
Never
wait,
mind.
Never mind.
Copy.
All right.
It's the diaper on their face.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your sign.
You'll be told this summer to lower your AC usage, stop overwhelming the electric grid while being told to drive electric cars.
Yeah, that's a interesting dichotomy.
Right? That's what I think.
Mm. Oh, but then you get to buy batteries for your solar panels.
That's right.
Rolling brownouts.
Yep. Bless you.
Thank you.
Biden issues executive order limiting border crossings to just 5,000 ISIS terrorists per day.
Good deal.
Only.
That's all part of his new policies to pretend like he cares about the border,
border.
for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, absolutely.
that one still gets me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It's right up there, right up there with the Hillary and the whole like, why didn't he just kill him? I don't.
I don't know.
I just see him watching these trials and shit, going like, I don't understand what's going on. He's a problem, right? Why haven't
Why don't we
killed him?
just kill him?
Just kill him? But hey, at least they're being fair about it now because they prosecuted Hunter Biden too. So
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
all fair now.
Mm,
Oh yeah,
We'll
because
see. We'll see how fair
getting
it
in big.
really
He's
is.
getting in big trouble about that. Yep.
But what's interesting is that in a way that it is fair because what they're charging him with is also bullshit. It's also not really a decent charge or a worthwhile
No.
charge. It's an absolute waste of time.
Yeah.
But the good news is it's pardonable. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
make sure you do it before
Even-
Dad leaves office.
Even though Biden said he's not going to pardon him, but
No, he'll do it his last
as
day.
long as he said that, then we're good.
Yeah.
yeah,
we're good.
And who gives a shit? Because what's he facing? 15 minutes of being like in timeout.
He's not going to get anything.
right.
It's just a
Well, and
stupid bullshit
did
crime.
you, which I didn't know until I had to drive your truck and listen to your news thingy. Oh my God. So
You can change the channel, you know.
No, because I don't know how to put it back. World Enlightenment here. Did you know, which you probably already did, that Biden's girlfriend who threw the gun away? You follow me?
Hunter's girlfriend.
Hunter's girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
That threw the gun away is his sister-in-law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
Well, the guy that passed away, so it's okay.
It's his brother's wife.
It's
But
okay.
but he's dead. It's okay. His brother's dead. It's not like it's his living brother's wife. Come on, that's weird. She's dead.
That makes it
he's
so much
dead.
better.
It does. Once your brother's dead, you can fuck his wife, so it's okay. If he's still alive, it's a problem.
That's not right. Yeah.
It's just your buddies. You can't fuck your buddy's wife till he's dead.
It's a technicality, you know.
Please don't die.
Don't worry, sweetie. You're good. But there is a death clause that's necessary.
There is a small line,
when the guy,
but not with brothers, apparently.
well, brothers or whatever. The fact is,
my
she's off limits
God.
as long as he's still alive. Once he's dead, then it doesn't matter.
It's totally cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just a bunch of fucked up people.
No, that couldn't be it.
No, that's not it at all.
I have decided something though, and then this isn't going to be popular. Your dad's going to hate me, but I don't think that Hunter's an addict.
I don't know.
Not definitively.
Okay, so explain
He's-
that to me.
So addiction, right, is continuing in a behavior in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
That's what addiction is. So using drugs doesn't make you an addict.
True.
That's what I think. I think he's a drug user, no doubt. But I don't think he's an addict because he
I
does a
don't
lot.
know.
He
Is
does
he
a lot
clean?
of things. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen him
I
do
don't follow
interviews.
him that
I've
much,
seen
so I
I've
don't
seen
know.
enough of him to make me think that he's not
He's
Has
just
to
a
be
recreational
continually
user.
high all the
he
time.
can use or not.
Okay.
But I also think my wife has a belief that I think is pretty solid. That I think that most of what he's done in his life has been with the intention of fucking things up for his dad.
Could be.
Interesting. That's an interesting.
Could be.
But he
point.
can't do enough
No,
to
clearly
get his,
not.
you know, and he also benefits from some
All of
financial
it.
things that his dad's done for him. But I don't think he likes his father any more than the daughter likes his father.
Oh no.
Likes her father.
Yeah.
So I think there's enough of that stuff.
There's
that
enough dislike.
The kids
but
are
again,
trying to
fuck it
do
up.
what they can to fuck it up, but they can't because it's just too big of a
Too big.
machine.
And I
It's too
think
big
I
now.
think I would agree with that because not the fact that he's trying to fuck up his dad, but the fact that he might not be an addict because you know
he isn't always high.
Well, the thing is, certain people have addictive personalities and some people don't. I mean, there's
Yeah.
people that can drink alcohol and stop like that. They're
I got
not
news for you.
addicted
There's
to
people that can do
alcohol. I mean,
cocaine and just do it and then not.
on like
yeah,
a Tuesday
And
and
there's
be
other
good
people
for
that they touch
months.
it once and
That
they're
goes for anything.
fucked. Yeah, well, that's the deal. So
But again, that's how your body reacts to it. That's how you react to it. That's how much you really like it. Like there's a lot of factors that go into that.
addiction is a thing. I knew your dad was gonna lie. He's a fucking addict, Jack. Dad, you've never
Hi,
been
Dad.
addicted. You've never been addicted to anything, so I'm not sure that you have the authority to say so.
Ooh.
I'm just
Well,
saying
that's
because
gonna help the
it,
situation.
it is a thing. You
It
know, I'm
is,
not.
no.
I'm not saying I like him
Well,
either.
and-
I'm just saying that
And I've
from a standpoint of definitions and words meaning
Which-
something, there's a difference between being a drug user and being a drug addict.
and you can be a heavy drug user
Absolutely.
and not be an addict. And I'm gonna agree with you on that part. I don't know whether he is or isn't. I haven't watched enough of him to know whatever. But I've watched too many addicts in the emergency rooms that literally can't function.
That's
And
the
then
key
I've
to it.
watched the ones that are super high and they come down and they're just pissed because you
Right.
killed their high.
But you notice
But it's different.
And what you notice
it's
in
a
that-
physical.
is the actual quitting.
Yes.
So if you're not in the hospital dying from it,
yeah. You're not stopping.
You're probably not an addict.
Well, no, because they bring them in when they're high on the side of the road, and
But
they give them
you
fentanyl
can
and
OD
whatever.
and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the idea of somebody coming in there that's reached that point, you
Yeah.
can when they come in the door, you're like, oh yeah, 100%.
You're super high.
And you've seen
But
people on
when
crack,
you-
right?
Oh, 100%. Oh,
They-
I love the speed ones. Those are nice. Talk about fight or flight.
it is true. That's
Hey, no, I understand that, but that's the thing. So there are behavioral patterns, and but the biggest thing is the patterns. And because I don't know Hunter personally, I can't say for certain.
No.
But being that he was put in charge of some companies, he did a lot of international travel.
Sounds like he could get his
Those are
stuff
things.
together.
Those are right. He's been able to do some things that a lot of junkies can't handle doing.
Or
Getting to the airport, getting a passport, traveling internationally
Functioning.
without fucking being kept.
yeah.
Go into some of
Well-
those countries with a problem.
Yeah. Well, and then
What's that?
also,
Brittany Griner.
oh yeah.
And she
Is
wasn't even
he-
a heavy drug user. You know
no,
what I mean?
is
So-
he one of those addicts that can function on low doses? We don't know.
I
Maybe
don't-
he's one of those
crack's
ones that
not
can
a
like
low dose sort
no,
of thing.
not so much.
It is one of those things when you're doing it habitually or addictively.
How about it?
Your ability to function is really
not.
limited. I know people that party with cocaine,
Yeah.
and I know people that have had their lives ruined by cocaine. And the ones who've had their lives ruined don't have 2 nickels to rub together,
Nope.
a house to live in.
Nope.
It destroys them. It takes everything.
One to the next, to the
But
next,
the people
to the
who party
next.
on it, push party on it, and then they get on with life.
Mhm.
And Hunter strikes me as more of that because he does
Yep.
have a place to live.
He has the 2-month binge and then
And-
he's done.
and it doesn't, people say, oh, he's rich enough. It doesn't matter. I mean, watch the kid go through $750,000 in 6 months.
Yep.
And has nothing to show for it.
No.
Because he's an addict.
Yep.
It's a different thing. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I can agree. I'm going to agree with you on that.
I've known people who've done some hard drugs in their lifetime, and then their attitude now is, you know what? I did it when I was younger. I'm done now.
Yeah.
I've had my fun and it's over.
And then there's the reality of being in recovery. Like addicts who are actively in recovery and understand that they are addicts. They can't go
every
near it again.
day
Yeah,
working on
every
that.
day working on it.
That is a conscious decision every day. It's not, oh, I don't have the urge anymore. No, it is a conscious decision every day.
Functioning addicts are also different. Different. So.
Probably was clean to his drugs that messed him up after he cleaned up.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't. And again, with Robin Williams, he had so many other mental stuff
He had a
going
lot of
on.
demons.
Well, I think
So
he
as
also
soon
was-
as you medicated them through drugs, you're taking that medication off essentially, and now they're free.
Well,
so
then there's self-medication, then there's clinical medication.
there's that too.
And self-medication is somebody has decided something works for them, so that's what they use.
And that's
then
what keeps the
clinical
demons
medication
quiet.
Is you get people giving them stuff saying, try this. What's that do? Do you feel
Is
better
it-
or do you feel worse?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and
Let's start
unfortunately,
over again.
it's a shitty situation, but is it any different than the drug dealer on the corner?
It isn't. It's the same thing. It's
You
just
can still get addicted to it. You still have all these issues that go along with it.
side
Like
effects
it's
and problems.
awful.
It's just a matter of whether or not it's sanctioned by
FDA.
FDA, government, or whether or not society accepts it. And that's really kind
If
of
it quiets your
hard part
demons,
about
what
it.
does it matter?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, if you don't know what the demons are, and you're prescribing things to people, I'm not. 100%
You're just
against it.
throwing. Yeah,
They're just guessing.
you are.
The
It's
drug
all it is
company
is best
said the
guess.
drug company says this will fix it. Try it, and then you try it, and then
That made it worse.
shit.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
he tried
let's
to
do
jump
this.
off the roof last night. So okay, we'll get him
Bad.
off that. We'll put him on something.
Right.
Wait, stop taking that. Let's do this one. But it's literally that. It's a guessing game.
Street pharmacist.
Exactly.
thing, same
Truly. Like that's what it is. And
It
if
is.
that works to keep your demons quiet, and you can, like you say, you can sanction that to where you're not overdosing, to where you are a functioning addict.
Learn how to manage it.
What
And
does it matter?
And this is that's what's funny, because that's what I think that people who otherwise wouldn't necessarily condone drug use for everybody,
Mhm.
but do believe in decriminalizing drugs. That's what the point is that all drugs have, not all, most drugs have some purpose. They're finding psychedelics to be very useful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they're still Schedule 1
Yep.
sort of narcotics. And it's like, you can't just because it's classified as a drug, go, what was marijuana 15 years ago?
Exactly.
And now just unanimously as people, we've said,
It's
fuck you, we're
fine.
doing it anyway.
Exactly.
And so that's just sort of mob mentality. But either way, to blanket everything and say there's no good reason for this to exist, it should never be used by anybody, I don't think is smart. But I understand where it comes from, because a lot of them do a lot of bad things for
A
people.
lot of it's bad. Yeah.
And again, it's every person is different. Every person's going to have a different reaction. I smoke weed. It does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't get high. I don't relax. I don't get the munchies. I don't get any, like it does me no good.
Yeah.
But there's other people. And I actually did one of my theses on this with PTSD and marijuana.
It has some positive.
And going into like the CBD, the THC, all of
Mhm.
that part of it. And you have to actually smoke it to get that effect, because if not, you're processing it and you're
Processing it
taking out all the
differently.
shit you don't need.
Mhm.
And that's what's crazy is you don't know how it's going to affect people.
Right. And
Just
the weird,
because I take this Tylenol, but it's been processed, it's going to be different than,
the biggest thing that I find to be difficult, or I don't know, I guess that bothers me, is now we have this situation where weed is becoming socially acceptable
Mhm.
and widespread and whatever, but they're also now finding that your age matters and your level of development matters.
Absolutely.
So when you have younger people that are doing it in excess,
Yep.
they're finding a lot of real problems with
Yes.
psychosis and all this stuff. And it's like,
So-
oh shit. Now it's hard to say you can't say it's harmless anymore, but it doesn't negate all the good-
harmful. Exactly.
it doesn't negate all the benefits of
Nope.
it either. You just needs to understand how it works and talk to people real.
So your brain, and that was one of the things part of my thesis, Jack's getting me all excited. I'm sorry.
We're way off topic.
Is
by the way.
I know we're not even close. Is
Terrorist.
so your
We're not,
brain
though.
is actually not mature until you're 25.
Right.
So you have these 18-year-olds that are like, I'm 18. smoke weed all day long because why not? What is that doing to them?
Yeah. And
Your brain
long-term
is still
studies for it.
developing.
There's
like,
no long-term studies for it.
Exactly.
And
but
all of this is
there
funded
isn't
by
any long-term
terrorists.
because we're not even fucking Russia.
Well, keep talking because I just realized I lost 2 of my videos that I have to play.
Oh my God. You want to know why? Because it's your thing.
It's terrorists. No. No, I did.
But that's, I mean, like, you don't know how this is going to affect you just with anything. Like, it's just insane what we're doing and we're accepting. I mean, you want to smoke weed on a Tuesday because it's a Tuesday, go for it. I don't care. But your 19-year-old wants to get high all day long.
Yeah.
That's probably not good.
Yeah. Mike's 40.
We know, Mike. Trust me, you play with skeletons all day. I don't know what to tell you. I got no answer for that.
The funny thing to me about that, the just the way that drugs are prescribed and made and everything is it is really a matter of they know what certain the chemical compounds and how they work and this and that.
How it's all going to react.
They design a drug based on what they think it's going to do. They don't know shit until they start giving it to somebody.
And somebody's got to volunteer and be like, yep, I'll totally do it.
First off, clinical trials. And then of those clinical trials, how many of those people are your target market or have that thing? It's that whole process of manufacturing and bringing drugs to market is so insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's so insane.
Which I agree with and I don't agree with on both sides.
Yeah.
So I have MS. I've had MS 20 years now. Oh my God. I'm not that old. That's fine. But I get thrown in for studies all the time because I am in that younger demographic.
Right.
Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to try this?
Like,
my whole thing is I'm still young enough that if I take this medication for 6 months and you fuck up my liver,
you got a lot of life you're gonna lose.
I got a lot left.
Yeah,
so those are the kind of, like, my kidneys are still important. Like, these are things that I would love to do these drug studies because, please, by all means, I would love to come up with something that's going to work better. But on the other hand, am I willing to risk those last 30 years of my life? I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, see, accidentally, some of the best things are discovered.
Right.
I think that a good portion of medications that do great things weren't meant for what they are.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Well, look at all the diabetic one that now all the fatties are taking.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
Terrorists.
On the terrorists.
So where are you going with the terrorist thing? What brought
terrorists.
this up as a subject for you?
So, well, there's a couple things.
Okay.
Oh, is that what our show's called?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I shared
we
the
don't
shit out
negotiate with terrorists unless we negotiate with terrorists.
I might negotiate with terrorists.
We've negotiated with terrorists.
we have, but we shouldn't.
Pallets of cash. We'll give you $6 billion for 5 people. Okay?
It might have just been printed. Ignore the wedding. It's fine.
So the latest thing is we are negotiating with Hamas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What? You remember all those?
Thanks, Jack.
You remember all those people with the signs that said, like, lesbians for Hamas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send them over. They'll help them.
Yeah,
Well, that's
exactly.
why we're doing it. You understand that? Because for whatever reason, we've decided those fucking morons.
Two
matter.
people fucking matter.
It's whole groups of schools.
Dude, she's terrifying.
Play
All right.
us a video of this
What?
dumbass shit.
So I got a bunch of
Piss me
videos. Yeah, this is gonna be great for you, Jack.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
So here's the first one of a newscaster actually saying this.
Why the administration may negotiate directly with Hamas to release the remaining American hostages if the current proposal fails, according to U.S. officials.
Play that again.
What's the current proposal?
My ears weren't in.
Why the administration may negotiate directly with Hamas to release the remaining American hostages if the current proposal fails, according to U.S. officials.
Great.
No. So we still have fucking Americans all over the place.
Yep.
And we're going to negotiate with Hamas?
Well, they have them, so how else are we supposed to get them back?
How else are we supposed to get the other ones that are left over there?
Who cares about the other ones?
Fucking shit.
Well, I mean, that's how we do things.
So
You want to know what Biden take it?
according to this speech, Biden's
I don't
speech,
like that. I can't.
there's a 3-step process.
Oh, good.
So
He lays it out clear,
and
right?
Hold on. Is this the first one?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, here's the first video.
The United States, Egypt, and Qatar would work to ensure negotiations keep going. All agreements all agreements until all the agreements are reached.
What do you say?
What was the beginning of part of that?
You want to hear it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
The United States, Egypt, and Qatar would work to ensure negotiations keep going. All agreements until all the agreements are reached.
I'm feeling like I'm having a
all the
stroke.
agreements?
What did he say?
I think it was supposed to be the United States, Israel, and Qatar.
What's Qatar?
Qatar's isn't he the leader of Hamas or something like that?
Maybe.
Or-
Okay, so that okay.
that's
I
what
heard
thought.
Israel.
United States, Israel, and Qatar.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Qatar was like
In
the
America,
head of
in
Hamas or
agreements. All the agreements. All the fucking agreements.
So if you listen to that speech, if you subject yourself to that horrible speech,
Is it any better than any of his other ones?
It's all centered around the ceasefire, right? It's all centered around Israel saying, "Okay, we're done. We're gonna stop."
Yeah, we're stop hurting them because it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
worked
idea.
out well so far.
Right?
What?
Yes,
So
pretty much.
Israel says they're not going to fire on Hamas anymore
Right.
because Hamas is going to listen.
Right. Well, yeah, Hamas likes to listen.
Oh, but
They follow
Hamas is beat. They're done.
So what?
Just wait.
What?
Just wait.
Next
Go ahead.
clip.
Keep going. What are you saying?
Next clip.
I'm so confused.
There's nothing to be confused about.
I'm like
It's totally
in
clear-cut.
Israel and in Qatar.
Did I play two already?
No,
I didn't.
we got lost in
Okay,
one.
Sorry.
Do it.
And as long as Hamas lives up to its commitments, a temporary ceasefire would become, in the words of the Israeli proposal, the cessation of hostilities permanently. End of quote.
Okay, so just don't fuck with us anymore. We'll be good.
Did he literally say end of quote?
So,
Yeah.
so they promised this time no
They're
more.
not going to
fucking
fuck
around.
with us anymore.
Oh, okay.
As long as we ceasefire, they're never going to hurt anybody.
Stop
again.
hurting us, and we won't hurt you again. It's not because we're assholes. It's because you're doing things to us. Oh.
Why are you looking at me?
It is as asinine as you think it is, Lindsay. It is every bit as asinine as you think it is. The idea that like we need a ceasefire, and
to
Hamas
stop
promises
killing them.
they won't do anything about. Oh,
They promise they won't ever kill everybody again if we save the 5 of them and they can rally up the troops again to kill us all again.
it's just the pinnacle of their core beliefs that Israel should die.
Totally cool.
right.
They're going to give
Totally
that up.
cool. They're
as
going to
long
give it
as
up.
you ceasefire.
They're gonna as long as all the agreements are met.
Stupid. fucking morons. Play-
I have not
play-
been
play
drinking
another
enough
clip,
for
play
this.
another
I
clip,
can't
play another
fucking do
clip.
this shit anymore.
They can make this offer without any further risk to their own security because they've devastated Hamas forces over the past 8 months. At this point, Hamas no longer is capable of carrying out another October 7th, which is one of Israel's main objectives in this war, and quite frankly, a righteous one.
In the fucking hell.
Are you serious?
We got to get a camera going.
My knee hurts. He made my knee hurt really bad. I won't kick anybody anymore.
I
'cause
was
my
so
foot
sorry.
hurts.
I won't do it. I won't.
They'll never heal. They certainly won't try to rebuild anything.
No, the
They'll
5
just
people that
stay
made it are
decimated.
totally cool. They're just gonna let
Just stay decimated and sit in the corner and cry. And accept
Qatar
defeat.
could be Qatar.
That's a good point.
Never
Man, I
come
didn't even
after
think
me
about that.
again.
Qatar.
I don't
Instead of
know.
Qatar.
I'm
Oh,
sure
what is dick in the mouth, mush mouth bullshit. He says. I
That's
swear.
not even a dick in the mouth. You can talk more clearly with a dick in your mouth.
True.
Like, what the hell is that? Ice cream face? I don't even know.
Unbelievable. That's just so ridiculous. I don't know. Whatever.
So this is the best one. Now
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
I don't
Better
know.
than the other ones.
I want to hear everybody's opinion on this, even in the audience, because I don't know if this is true or not. But this is great.
I'm sure it's not.
You ready?
Good.
And to the people of Israel, let me say this. As someone who's had a lifelong commitment to Israel, as the only American president who's ever gone to Israel in a time of war, as someone who just sent the U.S. forces to directly defend Israel when it was attacked by Iran, I ask you to take a step back and think what will happen if this moment is lost. We can't lose this moment.
Fucking moment are you talking about, you dumbass? I cannot believe there's a whole bunch of people sitting in front of him, isn't there?
Oh yeah,
Is he in a room by himself?
he might be. You never know.
I'm the only president that's ever done anything worth a shit. I'm the bestest ever. Remember that, guys? I'm number one.
But he said he was the only president that ever went to Israel during wartime. I don't believe that for a second.
Well, let's pretend that that's true. So
Let's
fucking
pretend.
what?
Right.
So what? Who cares? What does that have to do with anything? So you're more equipped to make a dumbass decision than somebody else is? I mean, it's just it qualifies him some way.
You're ready for the list?
Of presidents who've been to Israel in wartime?
During wartime. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure just
during wartime.
Pretty much all the rest of them, because when the
James
fuck haven't they been in
Madison.
war?
1814.
Went to Israel?
Abraham Lincoln, 1864. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1943.
There was a war during
Lyndon
1943?
B. Johnson, Israel is literally under war every fucking month.
I know.
1966. Hold on, please. Still scrolling.
Well, because when hasn't somebody been trying to kill Israel?
Oh, gee, that's it.
Oh,
So
wait
he's
a
the
second, though.
sixth
It
one.
literally says went to Israel during war.
Yes.
As the title.
So I put. No, I
Now you lost
fucking
it.
made
Now
it
you
all
made it.
sorts
Now
of
you made it
mad.
angry.
You ruined it. The history of presidential visits to Israel war zones from Madison to Biden.
Somebody compiled a
Interesting.
list because they heard that same
Because
horse
they heard that same
and they went,
shit.
bullshit.
2 days ago.
I'm the only president that's alive right now.
Yep, James
They went-
Madison, 1814.
Interesting.
Yeah. mhm.
That I didn't-
Oh
that I didn't
wow.
Well, I mean, the good news is
Wow.
at least Biden has figured out that he's actually president, and not vice president anymore.
That's true. That's
Fucking
a good
dumbass.
point.
He does know that he's president, and he went there.
I'm in charge. I'm the number one guy now.
I had ice cream.
So
do what I say.
this is all it's all smoke and mirrors because it's
What
all
the fudge?
it's all the process to get Israel to stop fighting back. That's what it is.
Well, yeah. And why?
So has Israel agreed to this?
No, it's on the deal's on the table.
Why?
But we don't
Right,
control.
exactly. Why?
We don't control Israel.
Why?
This is the part where I was just kind of like, what I don't see enough of the evil part. Well, there's something evil amiss because I can't
Yeah,
understand
it's Hamas.
what's this stance come from. I get that there are students in America that are fucking morons and
Well, they're dumb.
they
That's
don't
fine.
know what they're talking about.
They
And
can
that's
go
all
over
fine
there.
and good. And maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't understand why are we trying to keep them from killing these people who have historically just been awful.
And killed them for generations.
I mean, it's one of those deals. It's just an untenable situation where you've got people whose basic ideology, their number one goal, the thing that makes them who they are,
is to kill everyone.
to murder everybody else. So you have a choice of either sit around and wait for them to kill you, or you kill them. It's like there's no good solution in there. This is the way I feel with the whole Muslim thing. I don't know what to do about that. Their basic
That was
tenements involve killing everybody else. So how is it that you can allow that to go? You have to just wait around to die,
Right.
or you kill them first. Neither one of them is a good
well.
solution.
And if they're on the verge of being murdered, why would you stop?
But like we talked about a couple weeks ago, though, that killing Hamas is the best solution, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
for
why-
us,
whether
so
right.
why
For
if
us, not for
Israel-
them.
If Israel is on the verge of killing Hamas, why would they be like, "No, we're good. We'll let them be."
I agree. There's no reason to do that. So that's the thing. If you beat them so badly that they can't fight back, then finish them off.
Right.
Just get rid of them.
And that sounds heartless because it is. Because why would I have a heart for somebody who's clearly their whole
Killing
thing
everybody
is
else.
killing you? I mean, I don't,
And not just killing, though. They're just barbaric in what they do, right? I mean,
even if they do it nicely,
Yeah.
honestly,
No,
I don't care. I
get
just
that,
like
but-
you have a choice of being killed or be killed.
Right.
It is that simple of a thing. It's either kill or be killed.
But now you're
And
going to have Grandpa Biden come in from
I'm-
across
yeah,
the
that's
country,
just asinine.
from across the world, and say, "Oh no, don't kill him. We're going to give you."
I
We're
hate
gonna,
the whole
like-
situation because I like, for me
Why are
personally,
you even involved?
no one's
Like,
threatening my life currently, and I'm glad about that. Because if they were, and I was left with that choice of kill or be killed, I don't know what I could do.
But it goes back to what I said a few episodes back. It doesn't affect you now,
Right.
But when you look at our situation in our country,
I agree.
all the terror cells that are here already, if we don't take these guys out eventually, and everybody's
they will
saying
be
it,
on our doorstep.
everybody is saying something is going to happen here in the U.S. I pray to God they're wrong.
It will.
I really do.
I mean,
I pray to God they're wrong.
But it's sort of inevitable because it's their whole business model.
Right.
Like their whole plan is that.
That's their whole belief.
They wanna
It's
kill
them and
Americans too.
China and
Existence,
everybody
the end game.
else.
Right.
That's the end game. And so it's one of those deals where, at what point do you pull the trigger and say, okay, well, we got to be proactive about it. That's a real big step to take. And I get why students are are confused about it because you're saying essentially that those people have to die so that we can live.
But they don't know the
That's
history
really tough.
behind it.
It doesn't even matter if you know the history. Yep. If the moment right now is, here's the deal. Everyone who's wearing that hat will kill you. So what do? You kill them.
Right.
This is what we're doing between Democrats and Republicans here. Is we're making it, they're pushing this idea that if you let them live and exist, then you cease to. And it's false here. But at what point, what level does it have to reach where you believe it 100%? I'm not a Hamas member. I'm not Jewish. I'm not an Israelite. Again, it's so hard for me to get in myself in that situation and be able to even wrap my head around it. Because it's not a real thing for me.
Right.
I get that it's a real thing, but
it's not for you currently.
I'm not in that situation.
And you've never had that situation.
And I hope I never am in that situation because I don't know that I could make that choice. Yep. You have to kill them because look at what they're wearing.
They will kill you.
Look at the flag that they have. Look at the church they go to. Whatever sort of,
whatever stipulation they put on.
Whatever random thing it is that puts them in that classification. If they happen to have the sticker on or they're wearing the wrong hat or, hey, they're wearing red instead of blue. It's gang mentality. And it's such a stupid ass thing to me because I can't live in that space.
Yeah.
But it is as simple as that. It's like, if you're blood or you a Crip, what set you rep?
Yeah.
Huh? Who are you talking to?
It's that simple.
It's that. Yeah. And that's the dumbest shit ever. And it blows my mind that we're on a global level. We're dealing with basically Bloods and Crips.
Yep.
Going, what set you rep? What set you rep, homie? What you doing in this hood? What?
What?
I'm just trying to live and I want to take care of my family and shit. No.
I want to go to work and that's it.
And they'll kill you for it. That's
in a second. They won't even think about it. That's the problem is there's no, because that's the way they were raised. That's the way they believe. That's everything they know.
Yep. And that's a true statement. The 80% of the illegals coming are
20
men
to
between
40%.
20 and 40. Yeah, they're fighting age.
I thought it was a lot more than that. Every video I see is it's like all dudes. It's all fighting age dudes.
Well,
every once in a while you get the actual ones who are coming over who are the families.
Those
and
guys
stuff
are
like
all
that.
here. They've already been here for years.
I got new ones.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, and it's scary because one day it may come to our doorstep. But the thing is, if you like or hate Trump, right? This shit would have never happened under his watch.
Well, there's other things that wouldn't have happened either.
This is the thing. Like I think the undercurrent was still there. I think he kept it from being as open as it is.
Well, bubbled up.
See, and I don't understand. I don't even understand why Biden being in charge makes it. I mean, I don't know.
Because he's weak and America's weak.
But we're also kind of assholes in many ways.
We are.
We are, but we've always been.
Right, but that doesn't make it good either.
It doesn't make it right.
Like the Middle East stuff, again, I've never understand why we're involved in that. Like, let them have their thing.
Russia too. Why are we even involved in that? Why do we care?
Because we're pushing that. The Ukraine advancement and all the NATO shit, that's some dirty shit. And that's one thing that I can say Trump was on the right side of. He said, why are we in NATO? Why are we in NATO?
Right.
What are they doing for us?
That shit was supposed to end at the end of the Cold War.
Yep.
Cold War's been over for a hot minute. Why are we still dicking with these guys?
Sure about that?
I don't know. I mean,
I think we're getting ready to go into another one, maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, but again, honestly,
but the fact of the matter is there were deals made to keep us from advancing, to keep NATO from advancing on Russia's border, and we didn't keep those deals.
Nope.
We kept advancing, we kept getting closer, and Ukraine was the final straw. And when you really look at it, from what I've been able to figure out and see, we ruined that. We 100% overstepped our bounds. The people in Ukraine, it didn't have to go the way that it's going. And Putin is not the best person in the world, but what he's doing, the unprovoked factor is so ridiculous. It was directly provoked. It was extremely provoked. He didn't go unprovoked into Ukraine.
Right.
He had real reasons, good reasons, and we were kind of responsible for some of those reasons.
Yep.
So that part is kind of just a bullshit lie. And again, I don't have any ability to affect it other than to hear what other people say and see the historical records of things and the treaties that were attempted to be made and were shot down by us.
We poked the bear for so long. What do you expect?
It's crazy.
What do you expect?
Havana Harbor underwater.
This is not okay.
So this story came out yesterday.
What?
Yep.
So there's
warships.
There's a frigate and a nuclear sub parked in Cuba right now. Went right by Florida.
How far from us?
90 miles from Florida.
90 miles from Florida.
Why?
So Russia is what, 50 miles from Alaska?
Well, if you're going across, yeah.
Russia's 50 miles from Alaska.
Yeah.
How did you get to the Gulf of Florida?
Got to go around
Exactly. So that's
or under.
Or under.
that is
Right, that's scary. enough
that
to think
is
about. Don't even start that shit.
Did you really just open? Oh my god.
Hey, I don't know enough about nothing. I mean, that's the truth. It's like
Okay, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. We're going to leave that there. We're going to say go round.
there's submarine stations in the middle.
So
of
you went
Mhm.
all the way around to get there. That was intent. You didn't just happen to be there.
Well, they say they according to our government, they say that it's quite common for Russia to practice drills in Cuba.
A bullshit.
And that's what they're doing there.
A
Yeah.
bullshit. A bullshit.
do they not practice in Cuba?
Have they ever been in our Gulf before? No, because we would have heard about it.
Right? Another Cuban
So,
missile. And that's
You're
lovely.
wrong. We are involved in the Middle East because
You're wrong.
Islam has been trying to genocide us for over 500 years.
Mhm.
I
That's their mission.
don't disagree with that. So then why are we defending Hamas?
Why are we
Exactly.
negotiating with
Isn't
them?
Hamas Islamic?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I feel like they're. So why are we defending them? Because I agree with you.
I don't know, Jack. Why are we?
I'm bothered by the fact that it's something that we have to deal with, but I also am not so ignorant as to think that it's bad to kill your enemies preemptively. I'm that opposed to us being annihilated. I'm definitely cool with us being on
Right.
the other side of it. If we have
Right.
to kill all of them to stay alive, I think that's okay.
That
But it's just tough because you get a lot of people that just aren't informed. They're just wearing a t-shirt, you know?
And it's a different.
And-
they have a different mentality. They don't look at life the way we do. They don't
Well,
give a
and
shit.
that's-
And that's
and that's what we're dealing with now. Is I think that
How do you genuinely identify the enemy
Well,
exactly.
That's a good point.
in that situation? I mean, like, can you tell the difference between a Hungarian Jew and
Nope.
an Israeli Jew?
when they're on U.S. soil? No, not at all.
What if they're over
Even
there?
even over there, you
even over
could-
there.
could you?
Like line a
couldn't
bunch of
tell you.
people up and tell me what team they
probably,
play for.
probably not.
And that sucks.
Our students
I'm-
are wearing the garb of enemies.
And I'm
Currently.
not going to say that
Right.
it's right in any way, but if there's 100 people over there and 50 of them are going to kill me, all y'all 100 fuckers are going. I'm sorry.
And if the only way to identify them is by the hat that they're wearing or where they're currently living, and you sent out flyers that say, "Hey,
Don't be
if you're
here
wearing this hat
on Tuesday.
on this day,
You
in
will
this
die.
time, we're
Dying.
gonna fucking kill you."
Right.
I think that's a good way to start it, and I think that's what Israel's been doing. So I don't have a problem with that. So the ceasefire thing is asinine to me because, as far as I know,
I can't believe Israel's even
they're not. I don't think they're
pondering.
pondering shit. I think they're going like, "Hey, you know what? Suck a dick. We've been
fuck
dealing with
off.
this a long
I'm going to
time."
kill him.
Because it's the only thing that makes sense. They've, as far as I know, again, I'm not there, so I don't know. But my understanding is they make a clear cut announcement that, like, "Hey, here's where we're going.
Yeah.
Here's what we're
Don't
doing.
be there.
Don't be
I'm
there."
gonna drop some leaflets, let you know.
And I realize that they're going to use innocent people as shields, and that's on them. And I don't.
That's
know.
kind of nice,
What
though. At
else
least
to do
they're
about
warning you.
So Field Marshal 980 said another Cuban missile. Oh, that's lovely.
Yep.
And that says you heard the Cuban Missile
Yep.
Crisis started the exact same way. So I want
Exactly.
you to hear a little.
So
snippet.
you're telling me that you're sitting essentially in our Gulf, right?
90 miles away. Yeah.
Still close enough
Had
in our
to
Gulf.
pass by Florida.
ICBM range.
So you had to come
100%.
in past Florida.
I don't know which way they came. I don't know if they came across the Atlantic or they went around the Pacific. That's a long route. Because
Doesn't matter.
It really
You
doesn't
came
matter. It doesn't
in
matter.
from Florida into
Yeah.
the Gulf.
Yeah. The only thing I can think is that they came on the
Okay.
Pacific side, they went through the Panama Canal.
So
You know.
Or if we were tug of war him on the way,
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
escorting.
what is your mission? So you're telling me, and I know this is fucked up because I'm not the nicest person in the world, so I think of these things.
No.
So,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
and I was going to say something nice about you later,
You
fucker.
so
Just
weren't.
wait.
Just go.
So
She's so
I'm going to say, I'm going to pay attention to Jack over here. Like Jack's the reason why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just shoot you in the head.
right.
Because I'm in the fucking area to where I can get to you.
Well, I mean,
Because that sounds like a good idea. And we're cool with it.
where are our warships currently?
not fucking close enough.
I think they dispatched down there, though. I think the Navy's been activated.
I'm sure there's some down there, but what I hear you're saying, do you think that we have warships in other parts of the world that we maybe don't necessarily need them?
I'm sure we do.
Probably. Yep.
So,
and again, I am not that nice
right,
to where I would take offense to that.
I get that.
Like, if you're going to pull up in my fucking cul-de-sac, you're not in my driveway, you're not technically on my shit, but you're in my cul-de-sac, I'm going to have a problem with that. Like, I am not that nice because why are you here? Oh, I'm talking to the neighbors. No.
So Urona says, let's be real. The Biden administration is doing everything to suck off Iran for a new nuclear deal, even if it means allowing Jews to be persecuted.
Absolutely.
They're already okay with persecuting Christians.
Yep.
What I don't think I know what sort of nuclear deal they're interested in with Iran.
So
every 4 years.
So Trump froze a bunch of Iranian money, so they couldn't develop nukes, and then Biden unfroze that money.
And now we're at that 4-year mark.
And now I think they were 2 years away from having nuclear weapons, which I'm sure they already have, but
I'm sure they do, but we hold their money.
Scary thing is they were just in the Gulf. How do we know they're not just standing by just outside American water? Exactly.
You are you're not on my shit, but you're close enough to where I'm not okay with it. Like, if they, I'm not that nice. Again, I'm sorry. So these fuckers shoot off 20 missiles. I don't know how much a ship holds. I'm not privy to that. 20 missiles. They shoot off 20 missiles going in whatever directions they go in. That ship knows they're going to die, which is cool. They took that risk. They're the suicide bomber. That's great. They know we're going to shoot them. What do we do with those 20 missiles they just shut off?
Star Wars.
You can't stop that. So why are we even putting them in the position to do that?
Because
what the fuck are we doing?
If we don't let it be, then we're Russia, right?
Why are you in my shit though?
That's what's going on in Ukraine.
Exactly. Why are we in their shit?
We shouldn't be.
Same thing.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're funding war on all sides. We're doing Russia, Ukraine. We're fucking.
All right. So let me play this clip. So
you got me all riled
up. This is PBD podcast. I listen to them a lot. I really like the show, but they did talk about this a little bit, and I thought their take on it was interesting. So let me play this. It's about a minute long. So cool.
Russia shows up out of nowhere. Tom, how normal is this? Is this a tactic? Is Putin trying to send a message? What do you think this is?
This, excuse me, sorry about that. This is a show of force by Russia, number one, that they are calling a visit to Cuba. And they are basically, while Biden is president, sailing right on by into Cuba and making their point. We can do whatever we want. This is a result of weak leadership in the United States. And now you have the U.S. government saying, oh, it's no threat. This stuff happens all the time. And they're saying that because they don't want to appear weak. But if you think the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and you think that really the U.S. Intelligence and defense community underneath the covers like this and think this is okay, you're kidding yourself. This is not okay.
Nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here.
So I kind of agree with them. I don't think there's any. I think it's really just a show of force and to really show the world that America's weak right now.
But what can they do with this?
Well, I don't think
you can do whatever you want. You're in our Gulf. You're within miles of us.
I personally don't think Putin's going to do anything. Do you agree with me, Jack?
I don't think so either. I really don't.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't think he wants a hot war with us.
What are we going to do? What are we truly going to do?
I don't know. Again, this is it.
You think Biden has the balls to send the troops to anywhere?
That was the point of them doing this, though, to show the world we're a joke
Biden's
on the world
not going to do anything.
Right,
so if they attack us, if they shoot all these missiles off on us, are we even going to take down their ship? Are we going to be like, no, they were just upset? Like, they're working through some things.
I think there's more to it than that. They're working. for
Like,
some things.
what?
I don't know.
Seriously.
I don't know. It's upsetting to know that it's going on. It's bothersome to know that we're not doing anything about it. It's equally bothersome to me to know that there's so many things that are happening globally that are sort of putting America's name on it without us having anything to do with it.
Right.
But we're getting, as a country, we get this rep of not and it's not necessarily unearned, but we're involved in shit we shouldn't be involved in, and just kind of in general, I hate to think that we do stuff that's unethical. We do. Our government and military is pushed to do stuff that's unethical a lot, and it's shitty. I just don't. They shouldn't be down there. They shouldn't be in Cuba. And what are you supposed to do though?
So I'm going to go down the ethics thing a whole nother
up.
time. But
You can't just light them up.
No, you can't.
where are
you
my
can't put
crazy
civil war.
rednecks that can get on a boat and fucking handle the shit?
Yeah, but they're not.
A redneck is not going to handle a nuclear sub.
20
frigate.
rednecks
No,
can
not gonna
start
happen.
some shit.
Not going to happen.
See the one where they talk about that, the rednecks, and
We can get
I
some
can't remember
shit
who does it,
done.
but they talk about we could just have a yearly event, do it at New Year's or Thanksgiving or something. And we have 20 NRA guys versus 2 U.S. military guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
just to have it out and see what it is.
See what
Because
happens.
Let it
So
fucking
the
go.
the 20 guys are all kind of standing together, and they go to interview the U.S. military guy, and he's like, I don't know if this is fair or not, but
Let's do it.
I've got a drone. So it just lights one up and just they're gone. They're all fucking gone. So then they just decide, well, next year we just can't. We got to spread out.
I gotta spread out. We got to come up with a new plan.
I mean,
But that lends itself to the ignorant ass shit that Joe Biden says in like, your guns ain't going to protect you from a tyrannical government. You need an F-15. It's like, hey, you fucking dick.
stupid ass.
I hate that shit.
I mean, if you let me buy an F-15.
I
you
mean,
can buy an F-15. You just have to have the money.
those are only 2 ships right there. That's the frigate and that's the sub.
Yeah.
There's a lot of firepower on those 2 boats. I don't think
there's
a
some
boatload of
crazy-
rednecks is going to do anything.
We come up
against
with
that.
some shit. I'm just saying, don't underestimate the power of the redneck. I mean, I come from a long line of rednecks, and we can get some shit done.
62 Russians tested a very smart President JFK, and it didn't work.
But now it's
Now
working.
they want to test a very dumb president. True. That's really what I think is going on.
So what is
So
you have, going back to his comment, so they tested him, and what did JFK do? JFK didn't stand for that shit. So now that it's okay, who else is going to get bright ideas to trot their happy ass over here and start some shit?
I
You're
agree.
telling me China's not like, oh, we're just going to go say hi.
Well, that's the scary part too.
Like, we're gonna come say hi, and we're gonna bring you a snack, and it'll be great.
China's already here. They already came across our borders.
And what's gonna happen when
we
they
have
start
China
bombing
police in
us?
San Francisco.
And what's gonna happen when they start bombing us, and then their shit's already here, and they start blowing everything up inside? Now what?
Right? Exactly. The warship alone has 200 plus sailors. Yeah, exactly.
I got 200 plus crazy rednecks.
That's not going to happen.
No, probably not. But again, why aren't we doing anything?
The whole thing is scary. It's fucking scary no matter how you look at it. Our borders are wide open. Who knows who's coming? And maybe that's the plan, right? Maybe that's the granddaddy of the plan, is to show how weak Biden is. Russians going to strategically place their guys. China's already in our country, invading us from the inside out. Hamas is already here. We let this happen.
When they call the dudes that are already here, that have been here a year or two, because we let them fucking come across, and they say, okay, it's time to go. What are we going to fucking do?
Is it that far out? We taught the fuckers how to fly the planes that flew them into the World Trade Center. They trained in Florida.
Well,
is it that far fetched to think that something like that could happen?
There is that.
And
there's that.
It's scary. All these people
everywhere. And I'm not talking big cities. I'm talking everywhere. You have been here, and you have been here over a year. So didn't we have this conversation saying, hey, what if, John and his, I don't fucking know, whatever your name is, and his wife moved in across the street. Oh, they're super nice. They come over for barbecues, blah, blah, blah. Oh, guess what? They just bombed the whole fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, they're building pipe bombs in their basement.
Because we don't know from them. They were told to go blend in, and they did. And now what?
And all you idiots, sorry,
just
but
let
all
him
you
in.
idiots that keep voting for these fucking people in our country that won't take a stand, one day we're going to pay the price.
I'm all riled up now. Thank you.
Well, the hard part is getting people to be involved in government that aren't those idiots. That's a real tough sell, because even if we get a decent president in there, we still have two.
This damage is
branches
done.
We still have two branches of Congress
Right,
that
we
are
do.
pussies
Yep.
that are in the same
In
market.
the weeds.
You know, that are millionaires because they're stock trading and all the bullshit they're doing.
But even still, that damage is done within the country. So let's say Trump does get in. He closes the border. Great. Awesome. All fine and dandy. What's happened for the last 4 years that all these fucking people are still here? How are we even going to go get them out? There's no way we could even begin to get them out.
So that's the comment he's making right there.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think that is if
Invasion, they wouldn't get far at all,
Well,
no matter
if they-
anywhere they came in from.
if there is an activation of all these immigrants that are here, there's going to be that'll be a quick turnaround.
But how many people would they hurt in that meantime?
In what way? In
People
what
will
way?
get hurt.
There would be
There's no
damage.
question.
There would
Okay.
be a significant amount of
If
damage.
somebody decides to pull the trigger and start war with America, there's going to be people dying. There's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be bloodshed.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of horrific
Yep.
things that are going to be hard to recover from.
Do you think they would outnumber us?
No. Well, whether they did or they not, I think that I believe that there's enough people that are still patriots. There's enough people that have armaments. There's enough people that know what's going on, that the bloodbath of illegals or whatever that are here to try to be that force will be mowed down quickly.
I
would
think
hope
there
so.
would be. Again, I think it's going to depend on where you are.
Well, yeah, big time. When you think about the what is it, the Draw Mohammed contest in Texas, when they had that go on and the two guys showed up, they were killed almost instantly.
Yeah.
Because how dumb do you have to be to not recognize the trap?
And again, we've taught them.
It's in Texas.
We've taught them to blend in. Texas, I don't think you would get far. Certain parts of Arizona, I don't think you would get far. California, you can fucking have. It's all
Well,
you, bro.
even in California, the truth of the matter
There
is,
is parts
There's a lot of
that
if-
are very
yeah.
good.
if the bell gets rung, that's going to be the key.
Yes.
So how covert of
Are
an
we?
operation can they
Mhm.
pull? Can they activate all those people that are in country
Yep.
and arm them to a point where they're going to be able to do
Or-
whatever they did over in Israel,
Yeah.
which is
I
what
know-
we're essentially talking about.
Right.
They're
And again-
doing the same kind of shit.
Right.
I know this is
Horrific
fucked
shit.
up because this is the way I think of
But
shit,
we're
and
not
this is
that way.
this is what I would do if I was going to take over somebody. Because
Should you be saying this on the podcast right
it's
now?
fine.
Okay.
We got 3 shows left. What are they going to do? Kick us off? So if I was going to take over the country and I had all my people here, I would say, okay, on Tuesday at 6 p.m., you're going to go to every hospital. So you're going to go to a hospital full of pipe bombs. You're going to go to a hospital full of pipe bombs. You're going to go, because there's how many thousands of people here. I don't care if you have to drive 8 hours to get there. You're going to go there. Now, guess what? We just took out every hospital that you have.
Yeah.
So now what? I mean, it's literally
All the
that
sick people
simple.
are
I
dead.
don't have to take out people. I have to take out your resources. So do we go to like the water treatment plants? Do we go to the electrical facilities? Like how
Yeah, infrastructure is something you're supposed to attack.
exactly? So how simply could we be taken out? Not by numbers, but by infrastructure.
I think
the
the
good-
first wave could be devastating, kind of like what Jack said. But then once that happened,
Once we're
It's all
aware,
over.
it's
Yeah,
on.
it's
and
over.
And
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
thing. So the
But-
amount of the
but that
the necessity,
infrastructure is huge.
yes, and the necessity, I guess, the mechanism required to make a genuinely effective first wave do enough to incapacitate us is not a realistic
Is it
thing.
though?
It's
Is
not.
it? Is it
well,
really?
if they took out the grid,
Right. If they took out the grid,
that would hurt.
it would hurt. They're not going to be able to do enough damage in one shot, because once the grid's out, they can't talk to each other anymore
That's
either.
true.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So-
once the grid is out, what are we going to do as humans?
Fix it and murder everybody else.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit that you think humans are that nice.
What do you mean nice?
We're going to kill each other. Guess what? You'll have food and I don't.
Oh.
You're dead.
It's gonna take a
It
while to
won't
come
get
to
that
that.
desolate.
Oh, fuck yeah, it would.
No.
Within days.
The
Within days.
How do you
would be-
figure?
the attack necessary to destabilize our grid on the ground sort of thing is not, they can't do enough quick enough.
They have hundreds of thousands of people. If I tell everybody
We have
Tuesday
millions of
at
people.
That's
6,
true.
it doesn't matter
You
though.
tell
because
everybody Tuesday at 6 and they pull it off.
at Tuesday at 6,
Are
and
there
now
enough
every
people-
single piece of your grid is down.
What you just said right there is not a thing.
How do you think
Every
though?
single piece of your
if
grid.
we went to every single power plant and every single power station,
You can't.
You'd have to first
how
off
do you
just
think they've been here years?
right. But if they destroyed every bit of infrastructure and murdered every single SRP technician on the planet,
Well, it's
Like,
not even an SRP technician thing.
yes, you need to kill all of them too because we'll fix that shit
You're
so
not
quick
going to
it'll fuck.
fix it quick
they
enough.
How long did it take them to rebuild the freeways in California when it was a state of emergency after the California earthquakes destroyed those things?
But that's
they
because
rebuilt it in months.
you had the power to do it. You're taking out all the power.
Right. You don't think they can repair the power grid?
You from
course they-
what?
That's
you
what I
think
don't
we
know.
have? You think we have enough equipment
Yes.
sitting around?
Yes.
That's cute.
I think we do.
I don't think we do.
I think the residential, or rather the commercial vehicles and people that work in the industry are enough
I
to
don't
handle
think
it.
it would be.
I don't even think
it
that's
would
taking
be-
into account the amount of military personnel that are also dedicated to repairing that.
We have
Army engineers, there's a couple of those
qualified-
guys too.
qualified all day long. I'm talking parts.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
think we have these parts stocked
Fuck
away?
yes.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah,
You're
definitely.
cute. That's
Definitely.
funny.
They've been hardening
We
the
do.
grid for a long time.
We do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So 9/11, they took the towers. New York City came together. Very true. Invasion.
Because it didn't
Invasion.
hurt them. They weren't missing anything. They weren't hungry. They weren't cold. They weren't anything. They had people who died,
Right.
but they
There are
weren't
people.
affected.
This is when an
went
event like
rogue.
that activates every single one of those people who wants to be left alone.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a lot of them.
There's a
We're
lot of
not
them.
a small country. And I again,
We have a lot of people that just don't want to be fucking bothered with it.
and I firmly believe, as much as it scares me to think that there would ever be an attempt to try to shut this country
Mhm.
down from a foreign entity, I think if a foreign entity ever did try to do that, from inside the country, it won't work out well.
No,
don't
definitely. I don't think it'll.
I think
Oh,
the
no,
only
I don't
way to
think
really,
it'll
the
end
only
well
way
for
to hurt us
them.
or affect us, honestly, would be an
don't
ICBM attack. But then that ends the world, and I don't think anybody wants that
right.
either.
Right.
No, I don't think a
It's
lot
the
of
reason
them
why
care.
we're not going to fuck with a nuclear sub, because we don't want to start that shit.
I
you
don't
know?
know.
Putin doesn't want that.
No, he doesn't. And I think there should have been things done preemptively so so they weren't cruising around down by Cuba. And a lot of it does have to just being pussy, but I'm not worried about the inside attack really being effective. It'll be shitty because people will die and people get hurt. And
Yeah,
there'll be-
people die
there'll be
every
a
day.
cost to it.
The only people I would worry about really with nukes would be Iran, because they don't put they don't give a shit if you blow
No,
them
clearly
up.
they don't.
Well, they don't
So-
care if they die or not. Like if they die, they still get their 28 princesses or whatever the fuck they get.
Yeah, no, the EMP
The
thing.
EMP definitely would be.
But again,
Yeah.
what's interesting about those sort of things now, maybe they have the world's biggest Faraday cage, but an EMP burst fucks them too.
Yeah.
Like they lose their ability to fight just as much as we do, except that all of our, kind of grassroots sort of processes aren't going to be affected by EMP.
But
it can destroy
again-
infrastructure, but then all the hillbillies are coming to town.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
The rednecks on the farm, they've been fine this whole time. But again, you go into that and they don't care if they die or not. Like they still get their princesses at the end, whether they die or not. So they don't care if they take everybody out and they die. Like that doesn't hurt them at all. They
Yeah, but are you
actually,
talking Russia or are you talking?
anybody in general,
No,
like your
I mean-
job is to come here and kill people. You don't care whether you die or not. Russia, anybody.
That's not Russia though. Russia doesn't think that way. They
Russia doesn't care if they die.
Sure they do.
Yeah,
they're
they're
100%
They're
they
not
do.
Christian.
They're into winners.
100%
They're into being winners. They're
Exactly.
not. They're not.
If they die, they're not too upset.
They're
about
not.
No, they are.
They're not religious
They are.
ideologue
No, no.
idiots that think, well, it's all good if we die or live. It doesn't matter. We're bringing peace on earth.
No, the only people are Al Qaeda.
Iran, all that
ISIS,
stuff.
all those guys. Those are the ones that you really need to worry
Well,
about.
they don't care at all. Like they got no even.
That's what I'm
blinks.
saying. Russia cares. Trust me, Russia cares.
Yeah, they're not
Russia
trying-
doesn't care enough to not kill themselves to kill
They
hundreds of
do.
people.
They're not trying
They do.
to die.
Of course they do.
They're not trying to die.
Of course it. Yeah.
There's no honor in it for them to die for the sake of dying.
Not like
The other
it was
ones,
them.
the Muslim people,
Hmm.
the crazy ones they're into it. They're like,
Yeah, they
if I
die
die,
and they
it's
get
just as
stuff.
good as
Yeah.
living doesn't really matter.
No,
The
their
honor
stuff,
comes from dying
all their
for their
promises
stupid
after.
ass cause
Mhm.
that they don't get to see come to fruition anyway. So it's just equally just retarded on 9 levels. It's 5D chess.
And it's it's a religion for them. I mean, it was different with the Japs and the kamikaze pilots. I mean, they were doing it.
You can't say that
The
anymore.
Japanese people.
I just said retard 3 times. So
That's true. We're getting kicked off YouTube. We may not make it to our last.
We are
3
not
episodes.
politically correct on this show. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Isn't there a warning?
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Isn't there a warning? Oh,
Yeah,
we
it
got
says
rid of our
explicit. It
warning.
says explicit content. So forget it.
Either way, it's
Well, there's me, so you know.
But same thing with the kamikaze pilots, right? I mean, they believed they were doing something for their country.
yeah.
It wasn't a religion thing, but
How many people can I take out before they take out me?
right.
Just saying.
Yeah, the citizens want to live, but all the citizens here want to live too, and we're not getting a choice in the war stuff. That's what's so crazy about it. I don't know. It's just it all makes.
You've got me all riled up.
You're welcome. It wasn't my fault. Oh, maybe it was. Who the hell cares?
Should I break up the monotony and do hooker of the week?
No. Do what?
Hooker of the week?
Yeah, we should.
Oh,
Hookers. Let's talk about
yes.
hookers.
She looks terrible.
Hey, now.
Have
Have you seen her face lately?
She does look terrible. All right, hooker of the week.
I mean, should she start drinking again?
Oh boy.
Sure,
'Cause
she
fucking
already does.
shit, she looks bad.
She's an addict. All right, so our hooker
Do
of
you
the week.
dance when you
I
hear
missed
that
it. What
song?
was it?
Oh,
What'd you miss?
I didn't see the hooker.
You didn't. The hooker's not
Do I
yet.
have to play it again?
That was just
No.
the music.
Oh.
You don't dance when you hear that
No,
music.
I don't. dance.
He's not a hooker.
No, I'm not a hooker. So our hooker of the week is Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Why?
So did you see the video that came out?
Fucking hooker.
It depends on what. video
Oh
we're
my
talking about.
god.
Should I just play the video?
Yeah.
Just play
Okay, I
it.
won't talk about it. We'll talk about it after.
Can't
Yeah,
even
we-
deal with her.
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient
No,
resources.
that is not a question of how they have been. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
That's part she said
Yeah.
that they're responsible for it.
Mhm.
Yeah. The what I hate about that video is how dark it is,
Uh-huh.
and
That is clearly her. But again, with AI and all
That's
that
what I'm
other
saying.
bullshit, and,
we should have seen that a long time ago. How come we have to see it now? Fucking bullshit.
she has a mask on, but not a seatbelt. Thank you. Get the diaper off your face.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about this. I tried to do some research on it, but back when January 6th happened,
I'm Googling this right
did
now.
Trump, everything on Google says it's false that he didn't.
They didn't what?
Did Trump call for National Guard before January 6th? Did he call for increased National Guard?
I don't know if he did or not, but the chief of the Capitol Police did.
After the
DOD
after they broke in.
Leading up to
DOD
it.
asked for
Oh, did
National
they?
Guard response.
Leading up to it, because there was lots and lots of noise online about something going down.
Right.
And the chief of the Capitol Police said, "Hey, do we have the National Guard on standby? Should we do more than we're doing?"
But everybody's saying that Trump knocked it down and didn't want it.
It wasn't up to him. It wasn't even brought to him.
He wasn't the
whether it was or
president.
wasn't, whether he did or didn't. It wasn't his fucking choice.
He wasn't the president.
But isn't he the only one that can dispatch the National Guard though?
No,
Trump wasn't president.
he's not the only one
He
that
was
can.
president.
He was, but he
Biden
was.
didn't
He's
take
not the
over
only
yet.
one that can dispatch National Guard. Congress
January
can declare
6th,
war.
It was after January 1st is when he takes
It's not.
over.
It's not exclusively the president's job. He's commander in chief. Yes, but it used to be that we couldn't be involved in acts of war without the president and the approval by Congress.
Congress, right?
Required
right,
both.
Right.
They've changed things a little bit, but Congress can still absolutely call for the National Guard.
Okay.
There's no question about that. They can absolutely, and especially under this situation where what we're talking about
DOD
is the protection of
asked-
Congress. If they thought something was going down, which they did, and they knew something was going down, they just didn't know to what degree or whatever. But what they wanted was maximum damage. They wanted the optics to be as
DC
horrible
National
as it
Guard
could be.
commander recalls 3-hour delay on approval.
That's defensible. If it's just this horrific thing, then we have something to stand on, and we
Right.
can absolutely hold Trump's feet to the fire because he started it. No, he fucking
He
didn't.
didn't start.
I know
He said,
that.
"Don't do it."
We
But
played
they
that
can
speech over and over again.
Doesn't matter. He's still a racist, because he didn't, discount the freaking white supremacists on that day, except that he did
Because they were extensive.
multiple times. He said things that are one way, and they constantly quoted as completely different. And for the entirety of the 4 years that he was in office, they continued to say, he said there's fine people on both sides.
I remember that. Yeah.
They lied. Up until after he was out of office, they still say that. And it's a fucking lie. And people buy it. So why wouldn't they think they could just blame it on him, which is what they do?
What they do. Yeah.
The
It's
idea that
easy.
there's FBI people involved in that whole thing, and they pretend like Trump just incited all this shit. There's so much more to it than that. And anybody who cares at all knows that. To what degree, we'll never know, because they aren't going to tell us and won't going to give us so much information. But you have to be retarded to think that any of that stuff holds water. Because if you talk to the people that are on the opposite side, they'll talk about all the lives that were lost, the Capitol Police that got killed, and all this. And none of that's true.
There's none.
Exactly. The only person that died was a protester and shot
And that was
basically point
not
blank
Yeah.
in a window. Like,
what about the officer that was shot and killed though?
nobody was shot and killed. There was an officer.
There was only the lady
Nobody.
that
No
that
officer was shot
climbed
and
through the
killed.
window.
There were officers that died later. Nobody died that day that was an officer. One woman was killed on site.
I thought she was shot and killed.
There was
Through
a
the
woman.
window.
Yeah, Ashley. What's her face?
But wasn't she like a retired
was an
veteran? Wasn't she a veteran?
ex-military,
She was.
Like that?
Yes, she was a
blah, blah,
veteran.
That's what I was thinking of.
But she
Okay.
wasn't. She was on the
She
side
wasn't
of
on
the
duty. She was
insurrectionists.
on
Okay,
the
yeah.
She was an insurrectionist, and she was climbing through
through
a window,
and they shot her.
not brandishing a weapon or anything.
No.
And there was a mistake that was made, but she was the only person that was killed on site. And it's still they people talk about
The hundreds of people.
the police that got killed and hurt that day, and it's like fucking unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just straight up lies.
But this is the thing. If that's all you're watching and that's all you know, and you don't have the brains to actually do your research and find out what actually happened, that's all you know.
But how? So that's a great question. So exactly what I was trying to research today on Trump. How do we research now? Because there's so much bullshit out there
Well,
on the
and
internet.
everything's
Where do you get your
skewed.
source? Right. Where do
Everything's
you-
skewed. Like I just
where do
looked
you
it up
find
right
this
now, and
information?
everything is skewed.
Right. Everything's saying that Donald Trump was at fault.
Well, this is the
Everything
thing.
I read today.
And he's not at fault for. First off, he didn't start an insurrection.
No, he didn't.
Secondly, let's pretend that he did say we don't need any National Guard. So what? Does it change the fact
He's
that
not
he
the
didn't
final
start a
say.
fucking insurrection?
Right.
No, it wasn't an insurrection. It wasn't worse than anything else that's ever happened in our history. It wasn't as bad as they even say it was. Was it a deal? Yeah. Not, but we've got how many people in prison serving
Still,
sentences for shit that wasn't even really a crime?
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, so the action after the fact was much more tyrannical and awful compared, even if Trump said, yeah, you know what, just we don't want the National Guard involved, which he didn't. Or if he did, I don't care.
Right.
It doesn't mean that these people should be put in jail. It doesn't mean that the things that are happening currently with the DOJ and stuff are justified. So I don't care.
Yeah.
But there is no way to know for sure. I don't remember. I don't know
and
if he
even
got,
still, what we remember isn't necessarily what happened.
yeah.
We
I know.
were only fed what was fed to us. We weren't there. We don't know. We didn't see it ourselves.
I want to play that video one more
So
time. 'Cause
it's so hard because we don't really know what happened and we can't do the research to find it out.
she reminded me of Biden in that though, because she did the inaugural thing. She couldn't even remember what the fuck it was called. She's like,
Right.
you know the thing.
The thing, the thing that did the thing.
But now I'll listen to it again because I was too busy laughing at her. Stumble.
Have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient
No,
resources.
that is not a question of how they have. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
I take responsibility for not having them just prepared for more.
That says a lot.
Huh.
It does say a lot because as I understand it, and I don't know for certain, but it was my understanding that she and one other guy, I don't remember who exactly it was, told them that, well, we don't need the National Guard. When the Capitol Police asked,
Hey, can we have help?
should we have them here?
Right.
I believe it was her and one other person that signed off on no. We don't need them here. And I think it was intentional. And again, the biggest problem is you really don't know who's pulling strings.
Right.
Who orchestrated that? There was a whole pipe bomb thing going on during this time too.
Yep.
Don't forget that.
I didn't hear about that.
Look into that shit. That'll blow your Twinkie too.
Blow your Twinkie too.
Around the DNC. Shit. I don't know how to guide you to the right place.
We're gonna blow your Twinkie next
after
week.
the Twinkie comment.
Keep your Twinkie.
During that whole time, there were pipe bombs that were planted as well.
They were all over DC, right?
Capitol, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, what the hell was that shit? I don't know. Again,
They never found out who did it, did they?
I don't think so. I mean, there's video of them, but that's not enough.
Yeah, there's video of the guys placing them, but I never heard of like an end game.
I can't remember what I did yesterday. So there's a lot of
there's
a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of information. It's getting harder to trust things. But
again, what do you like? We were looking up today. I know that I heard Trump say that I have requested for backup.
He keeps saying 10,000 National Guard troops.
But
what
we can't find it now.
Right.
Like it's gone.
And what I see now that matters is that we have an ex-president, very recently ex-president, who clearly everybody in government wants not in presidency again.
Right.
Being charged with a bunch of shit
That's bullshit.
that's so thin and weak as fuck. And they're getting it to go through. I mean, clearly something's going on. And if you happen to be somebody who hates Trump, then you're like, good, I'm glad. I don't give a shit. You don't care about him cheating the system or screwing people over.
Or putting people in jail for no reason.
There's so
That's
much
cool.
of that, that, and again, I don't know how you get that wackadoodle about any of this, that you can be like defending this guy. How do you defend
defending him because you don't like the other opponent.
Right.
That's literally like me saying, Jack, I don't like you because you don't play bass the way this other guy does. Even though you're great at everything else, what does that have to do with anything in life? Like we're saying that this country was not better under Trump because Biden is nice. He doesn't mean tweet.
He's not even nice.
He doesn't even know that he's not nice. He just eats ice cream and shits his pants. It's
Arthur, I
fine.
agree with you on that. If they were expecting a huge crowd, then they dropped the ball on not being prepared.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
And that's I think that's super clear.
Yeah.
They're like, if the insurrection was as bad as they say, or even if it wasn't, I mean, if it's the simple fact that they were able to get in the Capitol means you guys weren't prepared.
Literally, they were given the tour. You've seen the videos. They're like, hey guys, this is this over there.
That's what made me laugh.
This
Is
is over
you go
here.
back
We're
and
gonna
watch
go
some of
over
those
here.
videos, and the Capitol Police are walking with these people
Giving
through
them
the
a
Capitol.
tour.
Only in some parts of it, though.
Yeah.
It
What
depended
the
on which doors you were at and which hallway you were in. The view of it was very different, apparently, because I mean we've all seen the footage that they've shown, and then that starts to make me go like, well, then what the hell are we talking about? Like, how is it? How big is the Capitol? How large of an area does this cover that you've got flashbangs and smoke grenades going on one side, and on the other side they're letting people in and walking
They're giving them the
around?
tour.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? That seems so unrealistic to me.
Right.
But apparently it's what happened. And we've got, the shaman being taken in and doing a prayer over them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
I
fuck?
saw that
How was that
video,
happening
too.
while another chick's getting shot in the face?
Yeah.
It's so wild. I wasn't there. And then you got people who also weren't there that are charged with crimes and put in prison
Yeah. I don't know.
because they weren't there, but they were texting with their friends who were. What the fuck? It's just.
Oh my God. I'd be like, did you shoot Pelosi in the face? No? Okay.
Government Oversight Committee.
Yeah,
They
sure.
released a transcript about the 10,000 National Guard.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Good to know.
Isn't she great?
Thanks, Amanda.
That's why we love her.
Well, yeah, I think that's the point,
Absolutely.
is
No,
they-
absolutely.
they
They wanted
it
this thing
happen.
to go to shit.
It's so bad, right? It's so bad when you go to these extents to hurt your own country in a way. You know what I mean? It's like we have spent the last 8 years just doing nothing. We have done nothing for the country.
Well, we've charged Donald Trump with 34 crimes, so that's important. That's important
because that helped me personally.
Well, it did because you don't want a felon as your president, right?
I don't want a what?
Felon to be president.
Oh, it doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, okay. Well, because you're black people.
Most people.
Well, and then they get Hunter on the gun charge, which I agree. It's kind of bullshit. But what about his fucking laptop with all the information on
3
it?
laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
But now we've
fucking cares?
confirmed in this gun trial that they exist.
Yeah.
So they didn't exist all the way through Trump, all the way
It's
through
not that they
everything
didn't
else.
exist. They knew they existed.
They didn't exist.
It wasn't
But
important because
now
it was
they
Russian.
do.
It was Russian disinformation.
Oh, I'm
right.
so sorry.
Right.
It was information
I
that was
missed
being
that.
put out there just to influence the election.
I missed
which
that.
it would
I'm
have.
sorry.
So don't put it out there because it'll fuck things up. There's no the whole equivalency thing. There's clearly it's not fair. It's clearly not to be. They don't care that it's not fair. I mean, it's gotten to the point that I feel like that they don't give a shit. Like, yeah, we're cheating. Fuck off. We don't care.
What are you going to do about it?
You know what I mean? And until the other side starts going, hey, yeah, they're cheating.
Hey, that's not right.
We should just do that too. Which is kind of how I see that going. It's going to have to. I mean, there's going to be 6 billion people voting in the next election.
Oh God!
Most
In
of them are going to be
Arizona.
almost all of them are going to be mail-ins. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? I mean, seriously, what if people just start doing a bunch of mail-in ballots for Donald Trump of fake names and imaginary people?
Right.
What are you going to do?
Say something, bitch. I dare you. What? Are you going to say it's illegitimate? I dare you. Go ahead. How
Yeah,
could it
please
possibly
do.
be? We just did the same shit that happened last time.
They're like, oh wait, what?
It's crazy. It's like we're living in a
Close the pipelines. There's another one of those things that like, oh, did we forget about that? Yeah, we forgot about that.
yeah. Oh
shit.
yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why gas is $4 a gallon? Oh,
No, because we also shut off our reserves. We have enough fucking gas and oil. We don't need other people.
Right.
But we still
we
do.
gave away half of it.
And it's just another one of those things that happens that makes me just kind of like going, what the fuck is going on?
What are we doing?
I don't-
Like, what is the true plan?
I'm not deep enough in any of it. I don't know.
What strings are we pulling to get to
Well,
where
I
you
think
want?
the answer is pretty simple: is we're too concerned about what's going on around the world versus what's happening in our own country. I think that plays a lot of part. In
Well,
it.
that's on.
There's too many deals going on overseas with the Middle East when it comes to
But
oil and shit
that's-
like that. It's been going on for years.
That's all money.
What do you think drives everything?
But
It
this
drives
is-
wars. It drives everything we're
But
dealing with.
You
Money
have,
drives that.
You have two different wars. If you're going to look at it that way, you have the game that they're playing to all the residents, to all of the citizens. Hey, look at this. Look at this. This is so bad. This is so bad. We need to focus on Hamas. We need to focus on this. We need to focus on this. That has nothing to do with what's really going on. They are playing this little puppetry game in the back saying, hey, we're going to make money. Oh, we sold all of our oil. Of course, we made money on that. But we sold all of our oil. Now we have to get money and oil from you. But guess what? We make money on that too. So all that's a game behind that we don't even see. We're distracted by everything else.
Can you name me one person in their right mind that would be okay with them being more concerned about what goes on over with Hamas and Israel than what's happening here in our own country?
Every liberal.
I don't buy that. That's
Bullshit.
I don't think that's a fair
Look
statement.
at
I
all
don't think
these
that's a fair
fucking
statement.
college kids.
Yeah, you talk to somebody like Eddie who claims he's a Democrat. He's
Yes.
a liberal, right?
No,
He
Daddy
doesn't
says
think- he
he's
doesn't-
libertarian.
He's libertarian, but I don't think they all think that way. I think a majority of them do, but
But you have
I don't know.
so
It
many
just
young
seems-
kids who don't know anything other than what they're being fed. And they're being fed that, oh, the U.S. is attacking people and killing people. We don't care why. We're not told why they're killing people. Oh, because they want to kill us? Oh, no, we're not told that. We're told that the U.S. is going over and violently killing people, and we want to take out this country, and we want to take out this whole unity of people. That's what they're told. And of course it sounds bad. Of course it sounds bad. Like if somebody said, hey, we're going to take out all of California because, they live in California.
Well, it is bad if we're doing it.
It sounds bad.
right.
It is bad if we're
So
doing it.
people are going to be like, oh, well, don't do that. Like I'm going to stand for that. but you're not actually knowing what they stand for, and then they're attacking us.
Well, Biden's speech said that he sent troops to Israel, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have troops fighting on the ground.
As far as I know, we don't have any troops over there.
Right.
They went to go build a dock or some bullshit.
Right.
They built 2 bridges, from what my understanding.
So
they blew them up anyway, didn't they?
I think so.
We blew them up and then we fixed them.
Yeah.
Our bad.
I don't know. A lot of it runs for me. A lot of it kind of always comes around to the fact that I'm not there. So it's really hard for me to verify any of this shit. It's hard for me to, I've got shit to do. I've got back pain and I've got a job to do. It's like, do I have time to fucking?
I'm over 40. I sneeze, I hurt myself. It's fine. It's fine.
But on one hand, everybody should be concerned with it, and on the other hand, what do you do about it? All that we can do about it is talk about it and try to get as many ears and people to go, hey, maybe something's going on. Maybe we should do something different.
Right.
And again, like you said, how concerned can we be? Guess what? I got to get up at 5 tomorrow. I got to go to work. I got bills to pay. I got this to do. I got this weekend. I got this going on.
Being concerned about it.
So being aware of it and
not
being
letting
willing
it drive you
to
into
change
psychosis.
something are different, because what am I going to do to change it?
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
But that's the wrong attitude.
I can't
to have,
do
though,
it.
because,
But again,
because if everybody
I can be aware of it, but what can I do?
But that's where it's wrong, though.
But what we're doing is all that we can do.
All I can do is
This
go
is
to
all we
work
can do.
and do what I can do. If shit shows up here, I'm ready to fucking go. But other than that, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to Israel? What am I going to do?
No, but that's why we do things like this.
That's
We have
why we're doing what
podcasts
we're
like
doing.
this. Right. Exactly.
To make people aware. But again,
make
you
people
have
aware.
8 billion, I don't know, making shit up, people aware in Arizona that know what's going on. What are we still going to do in Hamas?
But isn't it a fair statement to say that we are going to be the only ones that change things?
Absolutely.
Isn't that a fair statement?
How can I change things right this second as of today to tomorrow?
Jack's
I
thinking
can't.
about that.
You can't make sweeping changes because
Nope.
we don't have the power.
Nope. But I can vote to
Every
make a difference.
every grassroots, every meaningful thing is going to start small and get bigger.
Yep.
We're not the only people talking about it.
Nope.
The more people talk about it, the more people spread it, the more people share information and recognize that, hey, maybe there's something we should look into.
Yep.
And people will start to see and getting younger people, like getting my nieces and nephews on board and understanding that, hey,
Well, just being
I
aware.
realize that you've been
Not even on board, just
No,
being
no.
aware that there are other things going on.
right, but allowing them or giving them the opportunity to look at stuff and say, hey,
Absolutely.
maybe this is a hassle that's worth paying attention to. Because one of the things that I've had, some of my relatives tell me is that they don't want to deal with this shit. It's just too heavy because they have people that they care about that are on one side or the other, and they don't want to deal with it. So they're just like, I'd fucking rather not, just not.
Well, and again, what
Because
what
it's
can
not
I
affecting
do?
them in a way that
Right.
they can
Yeah.
understand.
Right.
Exactly. And I have family. We're very aware of my family. I have family on the other side that is very dedicated to the other side.
Yeah, when you got bills to pay and shit
And
to do.
it's hard. It's hard to make them aware because they're so brainwashed by the other side, by what's in front of them, by what's being fed to them every day. It's hard to be like, hey, I'm not telling you what to believe, but there are some things you should look into.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to push my beliefs or my theories on anybody else, but please look into things. Same thing as going to the hospital. Hey, your doctor says, hey, you need to take this medication. Are you just going to take it?
Well,
90% of people would. I want to do my research. I want to see what it's going to do. What can I do without taking that medication? I don't want to get stuck on it forever.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that. They just listen to what they're being fed.
Understandably so. I mean, for me, one of the things I think is like, let's suppose, what if you're just a younger person and you happen to be gay?
Yep.
And you just know you're gay. You're not a trans weirdo or any of that stuff, but you're homosexual. And what do you do in today's day and age? Where do you go? How do you vet anything and understand what's a logical decision? Because, I'm attracted to the same sex. Okay, so that puts you over here. There's a lot of shit you have to.
But you're
to
like,
now
I
deal
don't
with, and like,
really go with all that.
But am I accepted over here? Where do I go? I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm not
Right.
facing that personally, but at the same time, I think,
You're kind of pushed
What if
in
you
that
were?
corner.
or what if you're just one of your good friends?
Yep.
Is
Right.
that?
Mhm.
And how do you convince them? No. I get what I know. It looks like nobody likes you, but really, that shit doesn't matter.
Yeah. Nobody
but-
really cares.
But you have this other side that says it's not only doesn't matter, but it's pinnacle. It's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But it's not, because the only people who should give a shit about who you're sleeping with is the people you're sleeping with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The rest of us don't need to know.
No,
or care.
nobody cares.
Oh, just like a kitty cat. Okay, fine. There's plenty of online communities for you all. Get a litter box together, figure it out, and go do your thing behind closed doors. If you got to walk around that way in public, something's wrong with you.
Right.
You need some help.
Go to work, but this is the thing. Go to work, do your job. I don't care what you do in your spare time.
So yeah, but I don't have a
You
job.
want to walk around in a diaper? I don't really give a shit. If I get on the Zoom call and you're in a suit jacket, we're good to go. I don't care if you got a diaper on below that.
Anyway, the
It
biggest
doesn't
thing
bother
is
me at all.
I don't have enough
Yeah.
bandwidth to understand how there's so many people that accept this just lunacy as
Blatant
commonplace,
lunacy.
A lot.
that I'm going
There's
to
a lot.
protest for a terrorist group as
Because
that
of
I
that.
support them, even though everything about them fundamentally goes against everything I stand for, so much more than the people that I rally against in this country. Like conservatives,
These
are
people
evil.
aren't going to kill me. They're just not going to like me.
But so the funny thing is they rally against
conservatives.
Well, no, not only that, but they rally against Israel fighting back, right?
Yeah.
But yet, what are they touting? Death to the Jews,
terrorists.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but they don't see it that way.
They don't see it that way, exactly.
Because again, they've been put in this whole mindset
And death
of
to themselves because they would kill them in a second.
they don't see it that way. They just look at oppressors and oppressed,
Oh,
and it's just so whittled down to the dumbest level. It's just so sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Okay,
It's crazy.
can we end on a good
Yeah,
note?
what's
'Cause
a
what
good
the
note?
fudge
I don't
did
have-
you get us into?
I know it was a tough one.
You enjoy this.
Show everybody your tits.
We did
Okay.
that last week with the coconut bra.
That's terrifying. Can we take a moment?
Yes.
To-
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
Can we take a moment to? Is Jack? Oh my God, Jack's playing with his toy. So this is a serious
Play
note.
with his stick
This
again.
is serious. Amanda, can we help with this? This is a serious note, though, Jack. Before you play with your stick.
Okay.
5 years ago today, I got smiley faced.
That is true.
It's not
That is
even-
true. By the guy who changed my life.
Is that code for something?
I'm not going to say anything.
Yes, it's
At
true.
that time, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
might be now.
Exactly.
But I got smiley faced by the guy who is now almost 2 years, my husband.
Right. It'll be 2 years and 4 months.
Oh.
So this is the anniversary of the first
When
time
we
that he trolled
first-
you online?
Yeah, he
Or first time
hookered,
he
he hookered me online.
Yep.
first time that you
Messenger.
messaged her.
He
Yeah.
messaged me
Yeah.
online. And then we had our first date tomorrow.
That's kind of adorable.
Isn't it kind of
It
cute?
is. I had no fucking idea the first time my wife messaged me.
I only know because I put it in my in my phone.
Oh my!
and it came up
Lord.
and I was like,
Right.
oh my
That
God.
is so creepy.
We had our first message.
So creepy.
I could
That's
could
fine.
probably look in my messenger and see when she first messaged me.
Yeah.
I bet
I
you
don't-
Facebook knows.
Oh yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
knows.
Definitely knows.
Was it through Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, they know.
No, she texted me.
Was it through
Or it was
MySpace?
Facebook. I don't know.
MySpace.
No, it wasn't MySpace. It wasn't MySpace. I feel like I know that I chatted with her a little bit on Facebook because I remember her profile picture and I remember I was working karaoke at the time. So I was on my computer. You shut the
She just told you to fuck off.
She just told you.
So 5 years ago today. Oh.
All right, all mushy. Happy ending. Like that.
I know. It kind of made me vomit too. It's fine.
All right, guys.
Bust it out, Jack. Whoop-ah! Come on. Show everybody your stick.
Don't just play with it. You know, you gotta whip it around a little
Whip
bit.
it. Come on. Whip it up. Light it up, baby. Oh, you can't see the light.
Oh,
You
you
got to pick
can't
another
see it.
color. Pick another color. Hold on. Hold, please.
It's hard to see the red.
I know the red doesn't show up.
You can probably shut the lights.
There
off.
you go. There you go. Hold on. I'll turn the lights off. Hold on.
That's creepy looking. That's a little bit creepy.
Whoosh. Go over your head.
Hold on a second.
Go to red or something.
Jack's playing with a stick.
Yes, the studio went black. Oh, it shows up as orange. That's weird.
Well, that's the orange one. I've got a lot of colors.
He's got a bunch of
Oh,
colors.
it's flashing.
It's gonna give me a seizure.
Anyway,
Come on, Jack.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, it doesn't show
It
up as
still
red.
looks like orange. That's weird.
That's still right. Either way.
Yeah, it's red. For those of you who can't see it, it's red.
Orgasm.
Anyway,
So
yes, tomorrow
we
is
have a
Flag
problem.
Day, so fly your flags proudly.
Our flag's up every. Oh, you need to fix ours.
I know.
It's broken.
Is tomorrow Flag Day?
It is. It is.
I know 5 years, Andrea.
Like you guys, why do you do that? What the hell is that
That's
about?
my like cute
It's
when
like,
you
I
when
never
you
understood
pinch a
that.
kid's face and you love it.
You're a puppy.
You're so
You're so cute.
you're so cute.
All right, everybody, have a
I could
great
do this.
have
You want me to do that?
a great weekend.
Lower.
We'll see you. You'll be here next week, right? You
I'll be
confirm
here
that?
next week, yeah.
Awesome. All right.
We
We'll
are. There's gonna be. I have a surprise.
All right, cool. we like surprises.
You might not.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
Surprise. Bye.
See you next week. Peace.